think what happened is they took a still image from a real scene and then animated with AI for a few seconds.
Yeah.
And so is it real or is it fake? A little bit of both.
Hey, Will, on top!
The harsh backlash coming after a rough few years for the rapper turned superstar actor who stayed out of the spotlight for some time after the infamous Oscars slap in
2022. Who could forget that euphoric year where Will Smith got up from his seat, walked over to Chris Rock, and instead of shaking his hand, he did this.
Oh, wow!
He didn't punch Chris Rock in the face, he gave him a big girly slap because I guess Will Smith has forgotten how to throw a punch these days. And Will Smith made his very successful transition from recording artist to an actor, and a good one. Obviously, he was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air back in the day, so he already had that experience locked in. But it was his film roles in things like Enemy of the State, Men in Black, Bad Boys, all hits, all released, I think, around the time of July, but Independence Day was the one that really kickstarted every July. It's got to be Will Smith season. And for a while, it was really working. He was affable, very likable, came across as very down to earth, has a fantastic apartment overlooking the Miami beach. I can imagine that Will Smith probably has a telescope for those voyeuristic moments, if you know what I mean. But of course, he's found himself in more hot water because, folks, especially the men in my audience, if you marry an insufferable bint called Jada Pinkett Smith, you have to expect consequences.
I'm telling you right now, if you look good bald, nothing on the top.
And consequences with her have been twofold, to say the least. Even on one stage, Jada Pinkett was on a podcast talking about how her grandmother encouraged her granddaughter, for self-pleasure. I mean, what a sick, demented, twisted psychopath. And yes, I am talking about the grandma. I remember the film Hitch, where Jada Pinkett apparently was very furious at Will Smith's very on-screen chemistry with Eva Mendes. You could tell those two people had a bit of a thing for each other. And I tell you what, in the world where Will Smith is married to Eva Mendes, he may not have ended up in this crossroad in his career. Will Smith's self-inflicted PR nightmare won't end after appearing to use AI-generated crowds to promote his rap comeback. Or should that be a crap comeback? Come on, Fortune magazine. And by the way, why do they say he appears to use? When I've looked at this footage, because I'm a guy that uses a lot of AI stuff, I can tell you quite categorically 95% of what I've seen is AI generated. And I'll tell you how I think it's all been done, under what circumstances. But without further ado, folks, if you ended up liking this video today, make sure you give it a like, smash that subscribe button, and let's get on and get jiggy with it.
Help! Help!
Approved by 1970s Robert Redford.
Will Smith's bid to relaunch his rap career has been overshadowed by new controversy, accusations the actor and musician and artificial intelligence has been used to fabricate cheering crowds in promotional videos. Clips posted to Smith's official YouTube channel this month showed dense audiences, because they really are dense, chanting his name and waving their hands in unison during performances. But some viewers and social media users quickly suggested the footage appeared digitally generated, pointing to glitches and the repeated uniform motion of fans in the background. The claims have fueled speculation Smith's comeback tour may not be attracting the kind of organic support he had hoped for. Of course, because since he slapped Chris Rock in the face in 2022, it's really hard to get on that road to redemption.
It's a long road when you're on your own.
And I guess Will Smith isn't really learning the price of fame at the moment and what it can do. So here's the actual video in question, and I'm going to take you back to the beginning here, folks. And you can make it featuring Friday. Again, not my sort of thing, but let's have a play through this. And I'm going to pause this. In fact, I can tell you right now, if I just go back a little bit, this gentleman right here I'm pointing to looks a little bit like Steve Crowder. Again, he's AI. This is all AI. Very smooth face, very emotionalist. They're not even looking at Will Smith. And I think what my theory is about this, Will Smith probably went to some industrial estate near where he lives, or maybe in the comfort of his own Miami mansion, which I am going to assume is very, very soundproofed, right? And he's probably got a giant green screen in front of him, lots of lights, because to get the best green screen effect, and I should know, I've done it for quite a while, you need really super amped up lighting to be flawless. So there's no splodges or glitching in the green screen itself. So it's not going to be hard for someone like Will or someone in his entourage or from the record company didn't know what AI program to use. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to try and recreate this without Will Smith in a few minutes. The hands, they look like they've got their fingers in place. I mean, again, this part here, if I can go to it right there, that just looks a bit... I know there's another hand behind it, but it just looks so weird. And the lighting formation just... It looks like they've asked AI to have people flashing lights in the background, but it hasn't actually told AI what formation the light should be in. So, okay, right, the crowd down here, again, lady here, if she's indeed real, which I don't think she is anyway, none of the crowd here is real. She's looking at her phone and she's got a very smooth complexion. Again, this person next to her right there, just lifeless. It's just like, they told AI, have a smiling, enthusiastic crowd. They've probably forgot to put instruction like looking up at the singer in awe, blah, blah, blah. Will Smith probably thinks he's in the eyesight of the AI, that it looks like they're interacting with him. But again, so ill-advised, ridiculous. And it's funny because Will Smith has a very diverse crowd, but I don't see any black folks in the audience, do you? It's kind of funny. I mean, the background there just looks absolutely awful. I mean, I can tell you already that just looks, it's not very good. It's very, in fact, right here. This is what I like about the freeze framing here, folks, because it really does paint a different picture. Like the white lights, which look like random white dots, and a bit, they've obviously asked AI to put a blur effect somewhere in this section. So again, if you think about it, they're asking this AI program to do a 360, well, maybe 180, to sort of get a good panoramic view of what's going on. And it just seems to have, it's not the fault of AI, because AI is dumb. It will only do what you tell it to do. Oh, hang on. Did I see some black folks right here? Maybe I spoke too soon. Let's have a look. Oh, no, it's a it's a white chick in a bandana, and she's not even looking at Will Smith. That is so funny, man. Again, if you're enthusiastic to see Will Smith, why is this white chick right here looking down at his crotch area rather than looking up and going, oh my God, Will, I'm here, Will, take me. It's nothing like that. It's a very subdued audience. And this guy here, no, none of these folks are real. It's just so weird. But again, they've used very high premium special effects, it seems, to make it look like Will is being touched by the crowd. And I think Will is a guy that doesn't like to be touched by strangers, right? If I'm not wrong.
Oh my God. There you go. Come on, man. What the hell is your problem, buddy? All right. Hey, sorry. You just kissed me in my mouth. This joke, you lucky I ain't sucker punching.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God. I mean, some of the water bottle effects look good. These minders here, these on-site security could be real. What I think, we'll probably hire these professional security men to be in his green screen room studio and say, right, guys, I'm going to pay you 20 grand each. This is what we're going to do. Don't ask any questions. Okay. Or my record company will sue you. You're under NDA. I'm pretty sure these guys are all under a non-disclosure agreement. They have to be. Now, this is a story all about how you changed my son's life. Can he come on stage, please? Very, very poor choice of words. First of all, why is the son holding up his own sign when he's only one person? So again, you changed my son's life, should have an apostrophe in there, right? Between the N and the S for you grammatically minded people. And also, it is him holding the sign because his shoulders are raised and his hands are coming round like holding up the sign. But how did you change your son's life? How did Will Smith change this boy's life, who's an AI kid? Again, they managed to even put the exposure on his face, make him overexposed. Again, something that they must have instructed AI to do, like have slightly overexposed faces in the audience because of the overhead lights. And then you got this guy here with the MIB3 t-shirt, which has, again, Men in Black underneath 3. I'm not sure why you'd have 3 mentioned twice. It looks a bit odd if you know what it is already from the top part of that slogan. And then very, very clearly you can see here, there's a guy here. Now, where you might be watching this, the guy with the beard behind the MIB3 guy, he looks real. But from what I can see, it's fake. A very smooth beard, almost very smooth expression, very lifeless expression on the guy's face, right? Again, if you're at a Will Smith concert, right, you should be pumped and putting your hands in the air, you know, fisting the air, so to speak. Again, that's a really bad, poor choice of words. I think what they've done is that they've actually filmed real crowd members, but interspersed it on the green screen with a fake audience at the end. I think ticket sales weren't that great for his comeback tour. I will always love you, Will. Take us back to Bel Air or Bel End. Again, absolutely 100% AI, folks. Look at her right there. You see this in TV promotional ads all the time. I've seen ITV. Occasionally BBC does it. Even some big time YouTubers like the guy that wears the bandana and goes around Korea trying different foods. He uses a lot of AI clips that look like this. And I think, bro, I mean, come on. Who are you trying to kid? Come on. But yeah, look at this guy. He's holding this. They've obviously said again to AI, have a man holding up a placard with a sad face, put this writing on here, and just evoke that kind of... Oh, wait a minute. What does that say? I can see advisory, parental advisory. They haven't even got that correct. I can't read. Again, AI doesn't always understand slogans or phrases. Like if you want them to show up in the prompt, it doesn't always spell out what you want it to because it's a bit dumb again, I think. Love you, Fresh Prince. Now, this was the thing that caused people to think, hang on a second. This is, again, the woman in the red t-shirt with some boobies, very smooth complexion. Whatever model they've used, it's not like the highest end premium model. I mean, the ones that can create film stars like for like this, those are really expensive. I think they're like $450 a month. Even I won't afford that. And if I had the money, I wouldn't pay for it. This Tim Roth lookalike guy down here, I mean, what is that all about? But I think these two are definitely real, these two individuals. Everybody else here. So, yeah, the woman in the black going like, oh my God, it's Will. And I'm going to assume that's her husband next to her. They're real. Everybody else here isn't. I can tell you for a fact that's pretty much the case. Maybe this dude here with the big forehead might be real. Pay attention to that sign. This is obviously all real. We can see that. That's Friday. He obviously is real. Here we go. Love you, Fresh Prince. That's what people are saying that it is. And again, it's different from the sign that we saw before, right, folks? And again, everybody else here is all AI generated, even the folks behind. So what I've done, I've actually asked ChatGPT here, because I've actually uploaded the image. So, hi, chat. Can you give me a prompt for this image and a member of the crowd holding up a sign that says, love you, Fresh Prince? So that's what I've asked AI to do. And it's given me this prompt right here. And what we're going to do, I'm not going to use Midjourney or Stable Diffusion. Let's just grab this all here. Right, let's see what happens. This should be rather funny. Oh, okay. Well, look at that. That's actually... Oh, hang on. Love you, Fresh Prince. Again, not bad. That's pretty good. Love you, too fresh. So do you see what I mean? Sometimes you can get the desired results that you want. In fact, let's click on that image right here. Here we go. Look at that. So, again, the hands are definitely the wrong way around. Right. So, again, what the prompt has done here is just generated what I've asked it to do from the image. I haven't said that Will Smith is on stage. Maybe try that. Hi, chat. Can you give me a prompt? Says, I love you, Fresh Prince. Let me see. A vibrant concert scene with rapper Will Smith. Blah, blah, blah. Right. Let's copy this. I didn't think he was going to generate that for me. Excellent. Right. But again, have a look at this image right here. Very, very similar to what we saw in that live footage that was shot a few months ago. And we're going to do this again, folks. Oh, wow. Wow, I did not expect that. That one's pretty good, actually. This one is pretty good. Let's have a look. Is it... I don't... Yeah, so here you go. If I wanted to upscale that to make it look like Will Smith, I could. But I tell you what. In fact, let's try that. Let's upscale it. It's offering the upscale. Let me see if it'll do that. Come on. I'm surprised it actually generated the image of Will Smith, because normally they'll say to you, you can't do that because you're violating the star's look at an image, right? That's what they'll normally warn you and say. But this particular brand I use doesn't do that, which is pretty funny. Okay, this is taking a while, but we'll see what happens. Oh, I tell you what, holy shit, that is pretty wild. Love you, Fresh Prince. And look, something else I want to say about this image right here that I just generated. It was all done in a hurry. I mean, I could probably spend a few more minutes and try and get things refined. But love you, Fresh Prince. What do you notice? The sign is facing us, not Will Smith. Again, that's probably a little tweak I can make in the instruction, in the prompt for AI, for it to be pointing at that. But then you'd have to see it from Will Smith's point of view, which means you don't see Will Smith, right? So all those little bits and pieces, I just wanted to do this as a demonstration for you folks, so you can see what you can actually come up with. Again, very surprised that this AI model actually generated Will Smith. Normally, they will say you can't do that for copyright reasons because of the star's likeness, but incredibly, I was allowed to do this, and there you have it. Again, the hands look very funky for the most part because, again, when it comes to fingers and some anatomies, when I do speak of anatomy, when you look at my 3D lovelies down here with their 3D lovelies, obviously AI has no problem with designing them whatsoever. These comments attacking Will Smith's AI video are absolutely hilarious, folks, and ironically, these are real folks. Okay, this guy definitely has a humiliation fetish. No other explanation for releasing a crowd of AI abominations, because that's what they are, folks, holding up misspelled signs about how he saved their lives. And not forgetting the fact, folks, that they're all a white crowd entirely. Maybe Will Smith is finally realizing that white people do actually like him and his brand as well. Unreal concert, man. Like, literally, the crowd is AI. It's over, bro. Just enjoy your retirement with a few boy nurses. This was all real. His recent shows have been for people who have had severe facial defigurations or multiple limbs, heads. They need our support, I tell you. God damn it.
Enhances their videos with AI or makes them with AI altogether, then maybe you take their future videos with a grain of salt. But when we say politics...
Well, don't forget as well, YouTube are tampering with your videos and mine with a bit of AI here and there to make you look bad or good. It depends. But there you have it, folks. Will Smith has gone from a hero to an absolute zero in the space of 3 years. The road to redemption for the once Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is pretty much a troubled path. And if I were you, and if you were me, you should definitely return for the next video.